Now, the next part of the plan was simple. Drag Crystal's lifeless body into the closet, then walk to the living room where his mother, April Bever, would be sitting on the sofa watching TV. He intended to sneak up behind her and silently slit her throat like some kind of deadly assassin. But, as we're about to learn, nothing went according to plan that night. After hearing all the commotion and screaming coming from the boy's bedroom, April walked in to see Crystal lying on the floor in a pool of her own blood, with just horrific wounds to her neck and throat. April looked at Robert in horror as he was standing there, covered head to toe in his sister's blood. She looked down at the broken knife handle in his hand, and then back into his eyes. She just could not believe that her own son, her own flesh and blood, the boy that she had given birth to and raised, was capable of such an evil act. She really didn't know what to do. But as she took a step forward to see to her daughter, Robert dropped the small knife handle and reached for a sheet on the bed and pulled it back. Under that sheet was just an arsenal of knives and other weapons and a selection of body armour. Robert picked up his favourite knife, a red 15-inch hunting knife, and looked at his mother with a crazed look on his face. Now, April, not knowing what else to do, she turned and ran. But she didn't get very far before Robert caught up with her in the hallway, where he resumed his bloody frenzy, stabbing his mother multiple times in the stomach, in the neck, even in the jaw. But April, much like Crystal, she wasn't going down without a fight. She realised she needed to stop him, or he was going to kill the rest of her children. So she was fighting him. She was even trying to bite his hands and his arms, but he was just stabbing, until his arms became all heavy and weak. Now, at this point, Robert's 10-year-old brother Christopher walked out of his bedroom to see what was going on. And this poor 10-year-old boy was faced with a truly harrowing scene. His mother lying on the floor in a puddle of blood, again with all these horrific wounds all over her body. And Christopher, well, he just screamed and turned and ran away, but as he started running, Robert lunged forward with that huge knife, stabbing his little brother in the arm. But Christopher did actually manage to escape. He ran to grab his 5-year-old sister Victoria, and the pair of them ran and hid in the bathroom, locking the door behind them. They were huddled together on the bathroom floor, just absolutely terrified. They were screaming, there was banging, the whole scene was like something straight out of a nightmare, literally. Little Victoria, bless her, was clinging onto her brother, and brave little Christopher did his best to calm his little sister down. He was trying to be so brave. And then there was a knock on the door, and they were just terrified that Robert had found them. But the voice wasn't Robert's, it was Michael's. Michael had woken up and realised what was going on, and he'd come to save his little brother and sister. He was knocking on the door, whispering through the door so as not to be heard by Robert. "Christopher, please let me in, Robert's coming for me. Please just let me in." And he too sounded terrified and panicked, and Christopher, he really didn't want his brother to get hurt. So, brave little Christopher got up, walked over to the door, unlocked it, and opened it.